Hey loves, this is Bobby and I am here with another video. And yes, this video is a readathon video. This is for the 4th readathon that I'm going to attempt to do in August. This is a week-long readathon. The dates for this are August 17th through the 23rd. This is being hosted by the Bibliothèque. Over on Twitter, I will link everything down below as well as her announcement video. I really liked the premise for this one. There's only 5 prompts and it's to read books that you already own, which is what I am trying to do this year. I keep buying books, but when I buy new books, I am trying to read at least one book from my actual already stack of books. Doing pretty well on it. So yeah, I really liked that. And I was excited to do this, and I was able to pretty much cross over almost every single book from my other TBR, because with 5 readathons, because I'm going to be doing one more later on this month. I wanted to go off of one TBR as much as possible. I've added a couple books here and there, but for the most part I have been able to stick to the original TBR. And yeah, let's get going. Oh, before I start though, look at these awesome freaking earrings that I got. I don't know if they are going to show up or not, but they are a cow getting abducted by a UFO. I just got them in the mail today. I freaking love them. This is the company that I got them from. This is a little small business, Boo Grind Baby. They have the cutest stuff on the website. Like, I love them. I bought another pair of earrings as well, which are these awesome Rolling Stones symbol ones. I love the Rolling Stones. They're like one of my favorite bands. But I fell in love with their stuff and they're so reasonably priced. I think they were like $8. This isn't being sponsored or anything. I just got these in the mail and I'm super excited, and I wanted to wear them in this video because they are that damn awesome. So, well, let's get started so I can get this over with, because I still gotta edit this and hopefully get it all done and up by tomorrow, which, if you're watching this and I got it right, is today. So the first prompt is a borrowed book. I originally had this book on my TBR for the Tropical Readathon, but I took it off because I swapped it out for something else. I still do want to get to it, and that is Saltkill Girls by Claire Legrand. This is a thriller, horror, crazy what the hell's going on type of book. Yes, I do have the physical copy, but I'm going to be borrowing the audiobook from my library on the Libby app. I started this before and I just really couldn't get into the writing, so I'm hoping with the audiobook I'm gonna like it more. This is one of those books where I've heard very, very polarizing things. You either seem to love it or you hate it, and I didn't get far enough in it to actually have an opinion. I think I only got maybe like 10 pages in, and it was just kind of really odd for me, but I think it'll do really good as a audiobook, and I still want to get it done since I've had it on my shelf for quite a while. For this next prompt, the book I'm going to talk about is actually my backup book, because the one that I want to read, I haven't got it yet. The prompt for this one is your newest acquired or newly acquired book. As a backup, I am going to be reading Mexican Gothic by Silvia Moreno Garcia. This is a Gothic style horror story. I have to read this for 3 of my other TBRs, I believe. No, 2 of the other TBRs. But I want to put it off because I do want to read this one for the last readathon that I'm doing, since it is a Halloween themed one and this is a horror book. But I also need to get to it because it is the teen book for my Tropical Readathon. So if I don't get the other book that I mainly want to read, I will be reading this one because I do need to get to it because it is a teen book. The backup book though is Beneath a Sugar Sky by Shannon McGuire. This is the 3rd book in the series, but from what I know these are all like standalones. You can read them out of order, but I want to read them in order. I have book 4 and 5 already. I'm currently reading book 2, which is Down Among the Sticks and Bones. I'm loving it. I'm loving the series so far. I do want to like go in order. I've already have it ordered. It should hopefully be getting here within the next day or so. So hopefully if it does get here within this week, I will be reading that one instead of Mexican Gothic, but in case it doesn't, I will be reading Mexican Gothic. Okay, the next prompt is a book that was recommended to you. I kind of bounced back and forth on this because I haven't had that many recommendations lately, but then this one was on my TBR already, and I forgot that I picked it up originally because it was kind of recommended, not to me, but as in general. The person recommended it in a video, and that is The Program by Susan Young. This was recommended in a video by Rye from Rye's Reading Corner. I will link her down below, as well as the video where she talks about this book. I have owned this book for years now, like I want to say maybe like 5 years or so I've owned this book, and I forgot about it until I watched her video where she talked about the series, and I was like, oh shit, I want to read that. I've always meant to pick it up, and I just kind of always kept shoving it in the back of my shelf for some reason. I had already had it on my TBR for a tropical, so it works, and I do want to get to it. I'm very excited to start this one because I haven't heard a lot of people talk about it ever, but every time I do hear someone talk about it, they always say it's really good. Like, I've never heard anything like overly negative about it. So, and I have the second book already on my shelf somewhere. So there we go. Okay, this next one is the fourth prompt, and it is a book that is on your shelf because of the cover. If I'm being completely honest, most of my books are on my shelf because of the cover. I am a total cover whore. I love me some pretty covers. But this one is also on my TBR already, and I did originally buy this one because of the cover. I didn't know anything about it. I thought it was a really cool looking cover, so I bought it, and I feel like that fits this perfectly, and that is We Set the Dark on Fire by Taylor Ray Mahia. This is a dystopian book where in this world, women really only have two options, and that is to get married or have the babies of the house. I believe it sounds a lot like The Handmaid's Tale in a way, but this is a YA, and I've heard a lot of really good things about it, but this cover, like the colors, the font, everything about this like screamed to me like buy me, and I did buy it, and I've always meant to pick it up. I'm very excited to get to this one. Like I said, it's already on my TBR, and I have other books that probably would have fit this prompt as well, but because of the Disney-a-thon that I'm doing, you have to read your books in order. This is one of the few books that I only have on one TBR, which is the tropical, so I'm able to jump right into it. I'm very excited for this one. The premise sounds really cool, and it's beautiful, so hey, let's do this. Okay, and the final prompt, which is number 5, is Bookternet Made Me Do It. This book fits it perfectly. I had never heard of it until I had joined BookTube a little while ago, and I have seen it mentioned non-stop, and I mean non-stop. And it sounds so cute, and I've been dying to read it. I just recently bought it, and I hadn't been able to fit it in a TBR. I was just gonna actually pick it up and read it as soon as I had a chance to, so this is the perfect excuse to do that. And that is Heartstopper by Alice Oseman. This is a LGBT plus graphic novel. I know I will be able to get to this and finish it, no problem. I tend to read graphic novels within like an hour or two, like obviously depending on the size, but like this one should only take me about an hour and a half, 2 hours. Very excited. It seems super cute. I love the artwork and I love the coloring for it, which, hey, I matched. But yes, I'm very excited. I have heard nothing negative at all about the first one. The other ones I've heard kind of all over the place, but I just want something cute and super simple, and I cannot wait to get to this one. Okay, that wraps up my TBR for the Bibliothon. I'm very excited to take part in this. I'm hoping I can get to all of these because I need to get to them anyway, because I feel like I'm already falling behind, even though I'm probably not. I'm pretty sure I'm like doing really well, but I always feel like, holy crap, I'm not reading fast enough. But there we go. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, don't forget to subscribe if you're taking part in the Bibliothon. I'd love to know, or I'd love to know any of your thoughts on any of these books. So drop those comments down below, and thanks for watching and happy reading. Bye.